by clean, I don't mean he just took a bath today. I mean his jokes don't have any lewdness in them or profanity in them. At least that's what he told me. I hope he's right about that. But you know how hard that is to do in today's world, to tell clean comedy. It's really hard, right? And since this is an educational institution, I kind of felt obligated we should make a teachable moment out of this. We should learn as students how hard it is to tell clean jokes. So I figured maybe the best way to do that is to force somebody up here to come up here and tell at least one joke, one clean joke. And you might not have realized this, but while you were coming in today, I was writing your name down on a piece of paper. And if I didn't know your name, I asked somebody who your name was. So everybody, the person sitting in here right now, your name is in this little thing right here. And what I'm going to do is this is going to be a chance for you to stretch your comedic muscles. If I draw your name, maybe a star will be born tonight. Who knows? If I draw your name, you come up here and tell one clean joke just to get a sense of how hard it is to tell good, clean comedy. And then think about it. Having a good sense of humor will kind of get you far in life. It'll probably get you dates, get you jobs, get out a speeding ticket. So this is a good kind of educational skill to learn. So let me pull this name out, and this person's going to give a joke. So hopefully it'll be your name. We'll see. Mix them up here a little bit. The name is, drum roll, Mark Volkers. I'm kidding, it's actually Jonah Hoffmeyer. Where's Jonah? Jonah, Jonah.
That awkward moment when you have to pick up the mic. Hello, everybody. Wow, you are a Dutch community. Holy cow. Hello, everybody. Jokes. Okay. Hi, my name is Jonah Hoffmeyer, and I'm a digital media major.
Yes.
Is there any digital media majors in the house?
Yeah.
There's one. Okay. Cool. I knew there wasn't going to be many because, digital media majors, they don't leave their apartment. And they don't really like to talk to people. They're pretty easy to identify in public. They have the IMDb app constantly pulled up on their phone. They try really hard to take aesthetic photos and pictures. And they have Professor Mark Volkers as their lock screen. I'm gonna be just like him someday. I was not expecting to tell that joke in front of him, alright? That was embarrassing. No, but digital media majors are also the ones that run around campus with cameras. I don't know if you've noticed that, but I've noticed when I do it, specifically, people tend to avoid me. And I mean more than the normal amount of avoidance, right? And so it's gotten to the point where I start just carrying around a camera and I don't even have to film anything. It's just like my human interaction repellent. Just stay away. No, I mean, it's pretty nice. But I have to say that I do like carrying around my camera and then just watching people like start running away. It's gotten to the point where they run into like a bush, into a snow pile. Someone face planted into like a puddle. Can you do that again? I want another take. I need another angle. Can you run that back? No? Sorry. No, probably the easiest way to identify a digital media major is to just watch a movie with them. There has to be some deep meaning behind that. Like the music mixed with that shot probably means he's gonna be the villain. Sorry, spoilers. And the music, shh. I just gotta say, that watch that the father gave the son, it has to mean something, right? It's probably a representation of who that son is as a person. And the music mixed with it, shh, I want to watch the movie. So yeah, I get a lot of alone time. summer camp. Now, this summer camp where I work at, I was the wilderness coordinator. And part of my job as a wilderness coordinator is to make sure that campers who have medications get their medications. So, at Inspiration Hills where I work, it was no different than any other day. I decided, you know what, campers, please bring your medications to the nurse because they need to be handled properly. Because, you know, if I had to handle them, they wouldn't be handled properly. Yeah. No, but this was like any other day. I told the campers to bring their medications to the nurse. And within 5 seconds after I made that announcement, this camper runs up to me. He's like, Uncle Jonah! And I'm like, I've never seen you in my life. We're not related, right? Uncle Jonah? No? Okay. Uncle Jonah? Yeah, what's up, buddy? I think my mom forgot to pack my medications. Dude, are you serious? If that's true, I'm gonna have to call my boss, who's gonna have to call his boss, who's gonna have to call his boss, who's gonna have to call your mom, and your mom's hours away from camp at this point. She's probably not gonna wanna bring them. Where the heck are your medications? And what ones did your mom not pack for you? And he looks at me dead in the eyes and he's starting to cry at this point. He's like, my Flintstone vitamin gummies. Yeah, did you guys have those as a kid? Those hard ones? They had the consistency of chalk. You put it in your mouth and you're, thanks, Mom. Yeah, no, he survived the week. Just saying, yeah, he didn't need those. No, but my first year at Inspiration Hills, I was a counselor, which meant I got to spend a little more time with the kids. And this particular week, I had kindergartners. Now, the thing about kindergartners, they tend to really grow attached to you as the week goes on. And it's not uncommon for them to start treating you like a really cool older sibling, right? And so, this week's no different. This camper comes running up to me towards the end of the week, and he's like, Uncle Jonah! And I was like, dude, I've never seen you in my life. Like, what is this? But he looked me dead in the eyes, like, Uncle Jonah. Now, this kid was the extrovert, right? So this wasn't uncommon for him to be calling my name every 5 seconds. Uncle Jonah? Yeah, what's up, buddy? I have this, and I wanted to give it to you. And he reaches into a pocket and drops into my hand an unwrapped Snickers bar. Now, Snickers are my favorite candy, right? So I loved it. It was great. My heart melted. It was so cute. Just like the Snickers bar. It also had those little denim fuzzes on it. But you know, it was still a nice gesture. No, so towards the end of the day, a camper approaches me, Uncle Jonah. I was like, dude, seriously, I've never seen you in my life. Uncle Jonah. I was like, confused. Now, because this kid was the introverted kid. I hadn't heard him speak all week, so I didn't know he was my camper at that point. But here he is, Uncle Jonah, all smiles. Like, yeah, what's up, buddy? I found this, and I wanted to give it to you. And reaches into his pocket and takes out a dirty Snickers wrapper. Now, first, yeah, that was my reaction. Who gasped? Someone gasped in the audience. That was my reaction at first. I was like, there's no way. But then I realized, this kid has a bright future ahead of him. He's quiet, doesn't like to talk to people. He's a future digital media major. And you know what? He gave me an item that was a representation of who I was to him as a person. Thank you guys. I appreciate you showing up. But do not approach me after the show because I do not have my camera on me. Thank you.
Thanks, Jonah. That was an amazing, random improv series of jokes there. I'm glad your name got pulled out of the hat. So, or the envelope, I should say. So it's now time to kind of get to the main event here, but to kind of set the stage for that. I wanted to take you back to the year 19. Well, it wasn't actually the actual year is classified, but But it was a time in Columbia, South Carolina, in a neighborhood that had a creek running through it, and a little 6-year-old guy, his dad tells him, let's go meet these new people that moved over across the street from us and say hey to them. Well, 6-year-old guy, which is me, went over with my dad, and had this 5-year-old kid, which is Marty, the guy you're about to meet, and we were at this creek that ran alongside of his house, and he turned to me. The first things that Marty ever said to me, way back in that classified year as a 5-year-old, and he was a 6-year-old, he said, I can jump over that creek. I can leap over that creek. And my response to him was, I'll pay you $5 if you can do it. And that kind of set up our relationship from that point on for the next 40 plus years. We kind of began a decade-long friendship of him tackling challenges, me challenging him to tackle his challenges. You know, we played on soccer teams together. We sank jet skis together. We took video game cartridges and microwaved them in the microwave together, and then tried to get them returned at the store, so we didn't like the game. We chauffeured each other's dates, trying to make each other feel embarrassed by playing cheesy music on the CD player like Air Supply. I don't know do you guys even know who Air Supply is as a group? Do you even know what CD players are? But we went to the prom together. Let me clarify that a little bit. That didn't come out right. We went to the prom with dates, separate dates. We double dated to the prom. Is probably the best way to say it. I grew up in a family of 5 with 2 brothers. But if you look at our photo albums and all the pictures of our family, there's always like a 3rd brother there, whether it was a Halloween pictures carving pumpkins or decorating the Christmas tree, and that was Marty Simpson's head kind of poking into the photo album. So he really is like my 3rd brother. And you know, we were close at each other's weddings. We were groomsmen in each other's weddings. Spoiler alert: we didn't marry our prom dates. But you know, in my writing class, so you guys would take my writing class, I talk about how life is about a character confronting a challenge that leads to change. And I think Marty's life kind of exemplifies